Bonjour à toutes et à toutes et bienvenue avec SYLVAINGAMEUR063 et pour ça d'ailleurs, je vous souhaite la bienvenue dans les plus jeunes cauchemars encore. Pour ça, je vous souhaite la bonne année en tout cas. C'est parti pour l'épisode donc 7 si je ne me trompe pas. Let's go les amis, les terreurs sont pas finies encore et surtout les horreurs ne sont pas terminées et surtout les cauchemars ne sont pas encore terminés. Allez let's go, bon visionnage.
C'est dur de croire que ce monstre ait été une personne.
Ouais, peut-être un mineur.
Peut-être quelqu'un qui bossait au sanatorium.
Il se passait tellement de trucs pas nets ici que ça me surprendrait même pas.
Quel genre de truc?
Quelqu'un qui capturait les Wendigo, puis les attachait avec des chaînes. J'ai vu des trucs vraiment tordus.
Waouh,
Ils se sont sûrement échappés quand tout a pété.
bien joué. Bon, très bien. J'y vais.
C'est bon, viens.
T'es sûr?
Je suis encore vivant.
Ouais, tes dernières paroles.
Oh putain de
Je
merde.
sens plus mes doigts.
C'est pas vrai. C'est Jess. C'est Jess.
D'accord.
Des tas de corps. Oh, c'est pas vrai. Oh, je vais être malade. Attends. Je crois que j'ai vu quelque chose.
Josh!
Hey, Josh? Josh? Mec?
Non, je t'obéis plus maintenant. Ok. Je te fais confiance. Je te fais confiance.
Qu'est-ce qu'il a?
Il est en plein délire.
Josh! Mike! Josh!
Hé, vieux.
Non, me frappe pas. Me frappe pas, pitié.
T'étais parti loin, mec. T'étais complètement dingue.
On ne pensait pas te ramener.
Ok, allez, on se casse d'ici.
Ok. Josh, est-ce que t'as la clé du téléphérique?
Ouais. Tiens.
Ah, tant mieux. Tu vois ça là-bas? Ça veut dire qu'il y a une sortie directe. Allez.
Y a pas moyen que Josh arrive là-haut.
Ok, si vous m'aidez, je peux rentrer pour dire aux autres qu'on va bien.
Ouais, d'accord.
Tu ramènes Josh par là où on est passé et on se retrouve au chalet.
Fais attention.
Ouais, toi aussi.
Allez, on y va, espèce de malade.
T'étais pas obligé de me frapper si fort.
Ah, ouais. Je suis désolé pour ça, mec. Je croyais que t'avais tué Jess. J'avais tort.
Je voulais pas que vous mouriez. Je sais. Je sais. Ok. Non, tu n'es pas réel. Non, tu n'existes pas.
laissez-moi entrer!
Sam!
Mike! Oh, putain! T'as une sale gueule!
Ce sera bien pire si on traîne dans le coin. Allez!
Ok. Mike, il lui est arrivé quoi à Josh? Oh,
Il l'a eu.
merde, y a pas plus atroce comme mort.
Ça craint.
Mais alors, qu'est-ce qu'on fait?
Allons voir au sous-sol. Il reste peut-être quelqu'un.
À ton avis, quelles sont nos chances de surveiller?
J'essaie de pas trop y penser.
Cassez-vous, allez, 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 allez! Cours!
Et l'épisode est enfin terminé, donc le jeu est même terminé. Donc voilà, donc les seuls survivants qu'on a pu garder, c'était 3. Donc deux femmes, je crois, et un gars, si je me rappelle bien. Donc voilà, il en reste plus que 3 au total depuis la fin. Voilà, allez, à bientôt pour un tout nouveau prochain jeu.
Le vieil homme, je sais pas comment le décrire.
Au début, vous pensiez qu'il vous traquait. Quelqu'un d'autre du groupe avait eu cette impression?
Bah oui.
Est-ce qu'il serait possible qu'il l'ait tué?
Quoi? Non. Non, vous comprenez pas, vous comprenez pas.
Mais s'il vous a attaqué?
Il m'a sauvé la vie. Et je l'ai vu mourir.
J'ai entendu Jessica. Je sais pas comment ni pourquoi elle était là, mais je sais que je l'ai entendue. J'ai cru qu'on était proches. Après que ses sœurs aient disparu, il est venu me parler. Il a dit que j'étais la seule personne à le comprendre. Et j'ai cru. J'ai cru qu'on était proches.
Si vous avez besoin de parler à quelqu'un,
Je vais bien.
vous savez, parfois, suite à un profond traumatisme,
Je vous dis que je vais bien.
Pourquoi avoir frappé Josh?
Il avait perdu les pédales et je devais le calmer.
Vous avez dit qu'il était ligoté.
Oui, mais... D'accord. Ok. Je sais, c'est pas glorieux. Mais vous comprenez pas, il essayait de nous rendre fous.
C'est ma faute si Mike est mort. Je devais rester immobile. Mais j'ai bougé. Et il m'a sauvée. Donc c'est ma faute s'il est mort. Écoutez-moi bien. Je m'en fous que vous me croyiez ou pas, parce que vous finirez par le croire. Vous devez descendre dans les mines.
pour y chercher quoi, Sam?
J'ai vu ce qu'il y a dans ces mines. Et je donnerais n'importe quoi pour oublier ça.
You spare me over till another year.
I am Hayden Panettiere, and we are here at the studio recording Until Dawn.
My name is Rami Malek, and I played Josh.
My name is Megan Martin.
My name is Brett Dalton.
My name is Antonella Lentini, and I played Hannah and Beth.
My name is Jordan Fisher, and I play the character Matthew, Matt for short.
I'm Nicole Bloom, and I play Emily in the game.
My name is Noah Fleiss.
I am Galadriel Steinman, and I play Ashley.
So Until Dawn is the story of 8 teenagers who revisit this cabin in the woods about a year later after a really traumatic experience where I've lost 2 of my sisters, so coming to kind of get some closure in that respect.
One of the things that Larry does really well is make these multi-layered characters, and I think for just the story in general, it follows the quintessential horror film plot lines, but the characters are so unique in themselves, and I think that's very cool.
Oh, I hope this was the right thing to do.
What?
You know, getting everyone together on the anniversary. I mean, Josh seemed really pumped about us all doing something, didn't he?
Yeah, no, he definitely did. I haven't seen him so excited about something in forever.
Good, good. Sam and I have a few things in common, such as being huge lovers of animals, and she's a huge animal lover. She's vegan. She is a pacifist. I'm not quite sure if I'm gonna go as far as saying that I'm a pacifist, but she's spunky and cool. I know that she, I think, is made fun of a little bit by the rest of them who think that her morals and her beliefs in that area are a little ridiculous and they don't agree with them, but she doesn't care. It doesn't stop her from being herself, and that's something that I hope I have in common with her.
You know, he definitely can be depressed at some times and a bit of a loner, but he takes some solace in one of his sister's friends, Sam, played by Hayden Panettiere, and invites everybody back to the same house the next year to kind of find some closure.
Jessica she has a whole lot of personality. She is definitely the sort of mean girl character that, you know, at school she knows she's pretty, she knows that boys like her, and she's gonna use it to her advantage.
He's got a big heart, and you can tell that that's very evident, especially how he treats his girlfriend, Emily, and you know, he's kind of a meathead, but in the best way possible.
She really knows what she wants, and she manages to get that from whomever it is, whether it be Matt or Mike. You know, she's really driven, and I can definitely relate to that.
My character is Chris, and he is what society might consider the nerd of the group, and he kind of embraces it.
Ashley she's a little more serious than some of the other girls. She's definitely very intelligent and thoughtful. She kind of looks at the whole big picture of things. She's not quite as geeky as Chris, but they connect in a lot of ways.
Mike is like big guy on campus. He's the class president who has some charm and has brain, and I don't know, people seem to like Mike. He gets away with a lot though. He can be kind of jerky.
The fact that he really just kind of wants everyone to be happy, and he's a people pleaser, and I can definitely attest to being, you know, that guy. I'm always the friend that wants everybody to be happy and wants everybody to be taken care of, and that's definitely Matt.
But also, like, this character is just so fun. I rarely get to play the bitch, and so it was really fun to do that.
The spirit of things, seriously, what's wrong with you?
Just trying to lighten the mood, Em. Don't be like that.
Like what?
The way you're being. You always get like this.
I just think this is just the coolest thing to be a part of, and I just think it's going to take the world by storm. I really do. I think this genre is the wave of the future, and I think that once people see the potential behind it, of getting to interact with the drama that you're witnessing unfold in such a realistic way, that this is how entertainment's going to be from now on.
Hi, this is Lee Robinson, production designer on Until Dawn. The production design for Until Dawn started with the great teen horror script that sets the characters in a Canadian winter mountain lodge, being a contemporary setting with visual clues derived from classic films of that genre, such as Hitchcock's Psycho and Stanley Kubrick's Shining. The storyboards are vital to the production design, as it allows the designer to understand the scale of the environments to be made and the detail that would be seen to create the atmosphere of a horror. This took us into concepts that took these storyboards further, visualizing the world through the color palette, the lighting, tone and the mood, and developing key locations such as the lodge, the cable car stations, the forests themselves, the wilderness. As you can see, the environments and atmospheres change quite a bit from warm and inviting to cold and threatening. The Millionaire's Mountain Lodge was a key example. It was designed to be made from nearby stone and timber, embedding it into the landscape, with a contrasting and contemporary interior needing to be opulent and extravagant. We created dark and claustrophobic corridors with ominous and large open spaces, almost cathedral-like in size, and with huge structures to silhouette and dwarf the characters within, providing a labyrinth to explore and wander. Each character was developed with a strong visual identity in mind, with contrasting colours, tones and silhouettes to identify them, each to have their own texture, pattern and shape, so that when they were lined up you could always identify them. The costume designs allowed a range of clothes that would suit them for the cold winter weather, but also have an element of style and individualism, so that the audience could look at them and relate, recognizing themselves within them.
A lady would like to cuddle up with her man by a nice cozy fire bathed in atmospheric mood lighting.
Right. It'll get plenty toasty once we're rubbing up against each other.
Mike,
Yeah.
fire and mood lighting.
Yes.
Working with the lighting artists, we really brought the look and feel of the world together, and this required a thorough understanding of the visual language of teen horror. A key scene was where all the characters emerge out of the rear of the lodge chasing Hannah. A contrast is evident straight away from the exterior wilderness to the warmth of the lodge. The attention to character lighting here is through the bounce and rim lighting, accented colours and composition, creating characters that come from the dark into the light and back again with an emotional effect.
Guys, there's someone outside. What the hell?
Hannah!
What's going on? Where's my sister going?
It's fine. She just can't take a joke.
It was just a prank, Han.
Until Dawn is a game that's full of horror, and one of the things we decided to do early on was to take a scientific approach to how scary it was. So we did experiments on people and we measured their responses to the game. We've created a test area. It's as close to a home setup as we can get it. We've recruited ordinary people to play the game and we've left them to play it on their own.
You're turning the light off.
The only difference is it's rigged with cameras and microphones that relay the data through to the next room where people are watching them play. Bracelet here we use for biometric testing. It measures the player's emotional response. It's called a galvanic response sensor. It makes contact with the user's skin and it measures the electrical conductivity across their skin. It's the same principle as an old-fashioned lie detector. When you're stressed, you sweat a little, very sensitive, and picks up tiny changes if the player is feeling anxious or scared. That data's fed back to a testing team, it comes through as a graph.
I'm so sorry.
There's no point testing one or two people, you have to test a lot of people.
Watch your step.
When we have a scare that's consistently has a measurable emotional response, then we knew it was good. If it didn't have that, it goes back to the team for improvement. The data doesn't tell us what's wrong with the scare, it only tells us if it's working or not.
Wait, okay, so you hear that too, right? Josh,
Here we have a chapter relatively early in the game.
Weirdly regular.
Nothing regular about it.
We have to create tension and anxiety in the player so they are ready to receive the scare. Give the player time to recover, to cool down, to calm down, and then start building the tension again before we do the next scare.
Hey.
What?
Hey.
What the hell?
Boom. You just got mugged.
Yeah, I have such an adrenaline high from that game.
There's two things we found. One is we could look at the scares, analyse if our expected scares were working effectively. Were people shrieking and covering their hands, or were they getting an emotional response from it? And being scientific about it means that we strip out people's opinions about whether things are working or not. We've got data, and we look at the data. If it's working, we're happy with it.
Really scary.
Bit scared and wanting to get away.
I actually be maybe a bit scared to play it on my own, but
in a room with the lights on, yeah, with some other people as well, yeah, maybe.
But because I'm a scaredy cat, I would play with someone in the room. And the lights on.
It was one of the scariest games I've played in a long while.
Hi, Larry.
Hey, Graham.
America's Northwoods border region. Within this land of 10,000 lakes and miles of dense timber, a hideous creature is believed to lurk.
The Northwoods is probably one of the last frontiers in America. There's still a lot of places in this area that hasn't been set foot by man. Monsters and mysteries exist here because it is remote.
Up in the Northwoods, winters are long. In times of biting cold and isolation, a devouring monster is believed to come forth. It's terrorized native people for generations.
Growing up, I was told, like, don't go outside, the Wendigo will get you.
Among the traditions of the northern Algonquin tribes is the Wendigo, a monster that can seize hold of a person to carry out its hunger for human flesh.
Many Native Americans fear even talking about this Wendigo, and even the mention of the name will let the Wendigo find out where you are, and it will open you up to be possessed by this Wendigo.
The most famous case of a Wendigo possession took place in 1879. In the deep woods outside of Edmonton, Alberta. Swift Runner, a Cree Indian, was a trapper and a guide. He had left town the previous autumn with his wife, 6 children, and his mother. But when Swift Runner returned in spring, he was alone.
Swift Runner came into a nearby village telling this heartbreaking tale.
I had to watch them starve to death.
Of his family being killed by starvation, and that he was the only survivor.
My whole family gone.
It wasn't hard to understand a family falling victim to a brutal winter.
To even not.
Yet something was suspicious about Swift Runner.
He was a strapping man, and he came into town weighing over 200 pounds. It didn't look like somebody who had just weathered a terrible winter. He wasn't malnourished, didn't look like he was starving. He looked healthier than ever.
after a few nights, it became clear that something was wrong.
He started having night terrors, screaming in his sleep.
I am the Wendigo!
Villagers alerted the police.
Swift Runner actually guided them back to his winter cabin. When they got there, that's when they saw the true horror. Human skulls were scattered around. Many bones, some of which had been snapped in half and the marrow inside had been drained. They had never seen anything like it. Swift Runner had killed his entire family, shooting them, hitting them with an axe, strangling, and then eating most of their bodies.
Right up until the moment the noose was on his neck, Swift Runner swore the evil spirit of the Wendigo had possessed him and twisted him into a cannibal killer.
When he was on the gallows, Swift Runner himself said, "I am no longer a man."
Just move over there. Go on, move. Let me say what I came to say. I'm here to tell you what you're up against being back on this mountain. You should never have returned. I don't know why you did after what happened last year.
You mean with Hannah and Beth?
Yeah, how could you know without being involved?
I don't take kindly to you kids coming up here to my mountain.
Your mountain.
The mountain don't belong to me, it's true. But it don't belong to the Washingtons. This mountain belongs to the Wendigo.
Hi, this is Lee Robinson, production designer at Supermassive Games. Understanding the ancient myths of the Wendigo was key for their development that helped the visual look. Through sketches and concepts, these elements were visualized, such as eyes being milky, almost dead, with loss of lips and eyelids due to frostbite, fangs growing and arms and legs getting longer, with skin hardening and thickening to look snarling and menacing, yet withered and lean.
What the hell was that? Another fucking piece of...
Fingers and toenails extending like claws, allowing them to climb effortlessly. We made them look gaunt and weathered, and having ragged remains of clothes they wore. Blood-stained and rotten, with patches of hair still remaining, they retained strong skeletal limbs, which enable them to be agile and quick through the environment.
Where are you?
My name is Jamie Gallipo, animation director at Supermassive. The overall direction on the creature was to be very strong, to be extremely fast. We wanted a spider-like movement to the creature. 1 minute scampering to leaping and then crawling, almost instantaneous. And finally, we wanted the creature to have this real, uncontrollable thirst for flesh.
From a sound design perspective, the Wendigo was a real challenge. For the main vocalizations of the Wendigo, we used our own vocalizations, various different animals from the exotic to the farmyard, various plugins and processes to gel these sounds together and keep a human resonance behind that voice, telling the backstory of the Wendigo. During the chase sequences, the anger of the Wendigo is felt by encircling breaths, screams and screeches that essentially chase you as you're being chased by the Wendigo. We would layer them up in a multitude of layers, sometimes 15, 20 sounds playing at the same time, to build up the vocalizations for this fearsome creature which is always in attack mode, hyperactive and chasing you throughout the game.
Nous passons aux points positifs et négatifs donc, de ce jeu. Donc, vous voyez avec tous les extraits que vous venez de voir passer à l'instant. Mon point positif donc de ce jeu-là, c'est que la seule chose que j'ai pas apprécié, c'est l'espèce de monstre, on appelle ça les morts vivants, je crois. Exactement, moi je n'ai pas trop apprécié à ce moment-là. Deuxièmement aussi, au niveau où il y en avait un qui était dans l'eau, alors là je bats, bravo, chapeau quand même, à faire éclater la tête quand même dans l'eau quand même. J'ai trouvé ça hallucinant. Sur mon point positif et en plus de ça, le personnage que j'ai eu aussi, celle que j'ai bien apprécié, je ne sais plus laquelle c'est exactement, enfin le nom, caractère enfin broyé en gros on va dire, dans le... non, je ne sais plus comment ça s'appelle exactement. Enfin que j'ai pas apprécié du tout. Donc ça a été en fait un échec parce qu'en fait j'ai fait une petite, pas forcément une petite erreur, mais un truc un peu trop tard comme on dit. Donc c'est de ma faute. Je le reconnais parce que je l'ai vu enfin je me suis aperçu dans le jeu, que j'ai regardé les épisodes d'avant, que je me suis rendu compte que j'ai fait une petite erreur. Donc normalement si j'aurais pas fait trop tard, ça serait été, on aurait pu la sauver, donc ça fait qu'on aurait pu avoir 4 survivants au lieu de 3. Donc ça a été une erreur de ma part parce que j'ai fait trop tard. Voilà. Et le point négatif, il n'y en a pas spécialement. Voilà. Et après ça, voilà, le jeu apprend lui-même. Noté sur 20, je le laisse noter quand même 17. Juste par rapport à l'histoire de ce que j'ai dit par rapport au monstre. Donc c'est ce qui a fait perdre un peu plus de points. Et sur mon point de vue. Voilà, donc je vous laisse. Et je vous dis à très bientôt pour une nouvelle aventure et un tout nouveau jeu. Et je vous dis à très bientôt. Et encore une bonne année 2023. Je vous retrouverai dans un prochain jeu. Allez, ciao ciao.